Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal and welcome back to another match preview on the channel as Barcelona will be continuing their pre-season schedule, and this time we are going to be out in Germany where we're going to be taking on two separate games actually, the first of which is going to be coming up tomorrow up against Stuttgart, which is of course what we're going to be previewing today, and this one should be a good test for Ronald Koeman's team, of course made up of some Barca B players, some Barcelona players, a lot of senior players are going to be coming back for these two fixtures too. We're going to be playing Salzburg also on the Wednesday, so two good games here, and tomorrow it should be a good test for Barcelona. It's going to be some good progression in our pre-season, and it should be a good one. And in terms of venue and time, this is going to be coming to us live from the Mercedes-Benz Arena over there in Stuttgart. So this is essentially going to feel like an away game for Barcelona. There should be fans in the ground. Of course, this is going to be Stuttgart's home stadium. And that is why I do think this is going to be a really, really good test for this current group of players that we have got at the squad. And this clash should be a really, really good one to watch. It's going to be coming to us live from that stadium at 6 p.m. Spanish time. That's 5 p.m. UK time. So make sure you guys, plan and see what time the game is on depending on where you guys are living. So make sure you guys don't miss this one. It should be a good one. And just briefly touching on Stuttgart there, guys, because I do think, as I said, this will be a good pre-season challenge for Barcelona. I think Stuttgart, it's going to be a good game. Stuttgart are a mid-table Bundesliga team now, and they're actually quite far along with their pre-season, which is the main thing. Pre-season often doesn't almost mean, who's got the better team. It's just who's in better shape. And right now, Stuttgart will probably be in better shape than Barcelona. They've already played 4 fixtures, they picked up 3 wins and 1 draw in those 4 fixtures. And also, guys, Stuttgart, they're going to be starting the Bundesliga pretty soon. They have their first game on August the 7th, I believe. So they're going to be nearing full fitness, guys. About a week's time, Stuttgart are going to be in competitive action. So they'll be feeling now against Barcelona a week before our first game. This is a good chance for us to really get, some players back, get the lineup we want to play in that game back. And that is why, as I say, this will be a good challenge for Barcelona. So moving on to ourselves, of course, we have ourselves already played 2 pre-season games. They were both at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. We picked up 2 victories in those 2 fixtures. We beat Nastic 4-0 and Girona 3-1. I think those games, Barcelona have been impressive. I think I've enjoyed the 2 pre-season games. Pre-season, it can often be a bit of, a slouch, quite boring to get through. But to be fair, I think, we've had a good idea of what we want to see next season. It's been impressive from Barcelona. I've been impressed with the new guys that have come in. Memphis Depay, I thought, had a really good debut. I think especially those youngsters, we can now see, they will get their chances. They have impressed Ronald Koeman. They are proving themselves. And I think we're already seeing also, look, we know who we want in the team this season. We know who we want to move on before the window ends, and maybe who we need to get in or get back in certain areas in terms for us to be competitive in the new campaign. And as I said, they're just touching on those La Masia players. I think they have proven themselves. I think you look at a lot of them, Balde, Pablo Gavi, Nico, Collado, Yusuf Demir. I've been really impressed with these players, and I think that into the new season with our financial situation, the fact that it looks like it is going to be hard to get any more players in this summer, I think they should be used in the next campaign. However, guys, for this pre-season game, and certainly for the one against Salzburg too, we will be seeing a few different players in the Barcelona team because this is the squad list for this pre-season tour over here in Germany. So it's decently similar to what we had before. A few of the B team players have been taken out, the ones who are no longer required. Others have been rewarded with another trip, likes of Arnau Comas, the likes of the guys I just spoke about, Gavi, Nico, Demir, Collado, those sorts of players, Iñaki Peña. They'll all be here again. But as you can see, guys, we do indeed have some senior players back, the likes of Araujo, Busquets, Braithwaite, Jordi Alba. They're all here, guys. They're all training with the first team, so they will be there, next to the likes of Griezmann, Depay, Piqué, Lenglet, Umtiti, all of those guys, and they're going to be in the squad for tomorrow's game and also Wednesday's game up against Salzburg. So maybe in the second half of the game against Stuttgart tomorrow, depending on how Ronald Koeman sees this one, maybe we'll see a more familiar Barcelona team, closer to the one we will be seeing in the Gamper and in match day 1 against Real Sociedad. So moving on to that predicted lineup then, look, it is hard to predict, guys, it really is. I think, looking into tomorrow's game, it'll either be a similar lineup from Koeman to the other games, or he'll decide, no, you know what, I want to get Alba, Busquets and Araujo in there as quickly as I physically can. But let's see what he goes for. In terms of my predicted lineup, this is what I've gone for. I've gone for Neto in goal. This is almost a bit of a toss-up itself. Iñaki Peña got the full 90 minutes against Girona, so let's see, guys. Maybe Neto starts, maybe Peña will start. It's up in the air. I've gone for Neto. Right back, I think Dest will start. Left back, I think Balde will get the nod again, but don't be surprised to see Jordi Alba in that second half. In defence, I've gone for Piqué and Umtiti again, so that same back 4, I think, will keep its space. But remember, guys, we have got Alba, Araujo and Lenglet all waiting now, so there are players there who can easily come in. In midfield, it's really hard to predict, but I've gone for Nico there in the pivot. I don't really think Koeman wants Pjanic at the club at all. I said in my recent news video that I think Pjanic might be the next one to leave Barcelona, so I'm not sure if he'll start. He could, honestly, he could, but it's all up in the air. I've gone for Nico. Right centre mid, Sergio Roberto. I think, he's had a decent pre-season, and I think in terms of the senior midfielders, he'll probably get the start. And then I've gone for Pablo Gavi in the left centre mid spot. I think right now he is maybe getting more plaudits from Ronald Koeman than Ricky Puig has. I think Ricky's had an okay pre-season like Sergio Roberto, actually. I think they've been quite good. But I would be interested to see if Koeman goes for Gavi there. There have been reports that Koeman likes both Gavi and Nico, so let's see if both of them start in midfield. And then up front, guys, I'm hoping for an exciting front three. Griezmann on the left, Demir on the right, and Memphis Depay up front. I think that's a dangerous front three for Barcelona. I think we saw, both Memphis and Griezmann came off the bench against Girona, so they will hopefully now be in line for a start in this game. Of course, on the bench, we have got, the talisman, Dre Manai. We've got Alex Collado too, who definitely deserves a start. Martin Braithwaite now, of course, is back. Niels Mortimer is still with the squad. But I think, look, Koeman clearly likes Demir. He started both games. I think he'll start a third in a row. Memphis Depay, we know, is a favourite of Koeman. He got more than 45 minutes there against Girona. And then you also got Antoine Griezmann there, who I think, the fact that he came on against Girona, that gives him a good chance to start this game. So then, guys, moving on to my match prediction for this pre-season friendly. I've gone for an interesting one. I've gone for a high-scoring game. I've gone for Stuttgart 2, Barcelona 4. I think it could be this sort of game. A lot of changes, a lot of, changing the lineups, of course, different squads at different periods in the game. I think Stuttgart will probably at least score one goal in their home ground against Barcelona with not a full-strength defence. We know our defence, it isn't good on the best of days these days, unfortunately. But I also kind of see Barcelona having some joy tomorrow. I really do. I think that we've got some dangerous players in our team. I really do. And I always feel that when we play attacking football under Ronald Koeman, we are going to create chances and we are going to score goals. And I think, this is a good chance for Depay to get himself on the score sheet again. I think Griezmann could definitely do with a goal. And then some of those guys, from midfield or even the attackers, Yusuf Demir, tomorrow could be a big game for him. I think as we approach the latter stages of pre-season, this is a chance for everyone in the squad now to say, I'm going to be part of the first team next season. So let's see, guys. It should be a really interesting game. I've enjoyed pre-season so far, maybe more than I have in other years. I think Barcelona have picked good friendlies. I like the progression we're taking. I think it's going to be interesting. But let me know your thoughts and comments down below, guys. Also, let me know your predictions for tomorrow's game. I am always interested to see what you guys have to say ahead of these sorts of fixtures. Who do you want to see playing? How do you want Koeman to line up? What do you think the game will be like? How do you think the score will go? All of that, guys, leave it in the comments down below. I'm excited. We've got some senior players back. Alaba, Busquets, Araujo. We should be seeing them in the second half. Also, guys, the Barca B players were always really excited to see them. Balde, Nico, Gavi, Demir could be getting successive starts again. So let's see how it goes, guys. I'll be here after tomorrow's game at some stage, that's for sure, for a little match review of the game. Hopefully Barcelona get their third pre-season win, but of course, this isn't really about the result in pre-season. But let's see how Barcelona do as the season approaches. I'll see you guys then. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.